Get a Job in Tech, episode 310, Navigating Tough Interview Questions. Continuing on with our Navigating Tough Interview Questions, question number 20. Can you discuss a time when you had to resolve a customer's complaint or issue? Answer. Certainly. In my previous role as a customer service representative, I encountered a situation where a customer was dissatisfied with our product. I empathized with their frustration, actively listened to their concerns, and offered a solution that exceeded their expectations. The customer ultimately became a loyal advocate for our brand. Question number 21. How do you handle ambiguity and uncertainty in the project? Answer. I thrive in ambiguous situations by breaking down complex problems into manageable tasks. I also engage in thorough research and consultation with team members to gather insights and make informed decisions. My ability to adapt and maintain calm under uncertainty has allowed me to successfully navigate challenging projects. Question number 22. Describe a situation where you had to persuade a team to adopt your idea. Answer. In a previous role, I proposed a new project management software to improve efficiency. To persuade the team, I conducted research to highlight the benefits, presented a clear implementation plan, and invited team members to share their input. By addressing concerns and demonstrating the positive impact, we gain unanimous support of the change. Question 23. How do you prioritize tasks when you have multiple deadlines? Answer. I prioritize tasks by assessing the urgency and importance. I create a task list, assign deadlines, and break down larger projects into smaller, manageable steps. Effective time management, delegation when possible, and regular progress checks help me ensure all deadlines are met. Question 24. Can you discuss a situation where you had to make a difficult decision at work? I was once tasked with deciding whether to allocate additional resources to salvage a project that was failing behind schedule. After conducting a thorough analysis, I made the tough decision to reallocate resources, which temporarily impacted other projects. In the end, the project was successfully completed, and I learned the importance of making data-driven decisions. Question 25. How do you handle a team member who is not meeting their goals or expectations? Answer. When faced with a team member who is struggling, I take a proactive approach. I initiate a private conversation to understand their challenges, offer support, and set clear expectations. If the issue persists, I work with them to develop an improvement plan and provide ongoing feedback and coaching. Question 26. What do you consider your most significant professional achievement? Answer. My most significant professional achievement was leading a cross-functional team that successfully launched a product ahead of schedule, resulting in a 30% increase in revenue for the company. This achievement showcased my leadership and project management skills and had a direct positive impact on the organization's bottom line. Question 27. Can you describe a time when you had to deal with a difficult client or customer? Answer. In my previous role, I worked with a particularly demanding client who was dissatisfied with our services. I maintained professionalism, actively listened to their concerns, and took swift action to address their issues. By exceeding their expectations and providing exceptional service, we not only retained the client, but also received positive referrals. Question 28. How do you handle failure or setbacks in a project? Answer. I view failure or setbacks as opportunities for learning and improvement. When faced with setbacks, I conduct a thorough analysis to identify the root causes and develop corrective action plans. This proactive approach ensures that I not only address immediate issues, but also prevent similar problems in the future. Question 29. What role do ethics and integrity play in your work? Answer. Ethics and integrity are fundamental to my work. I believe in conducting business honestly, treating all stakeholders with respect, and adhering to ethical standards and company policies. Upholding these values builds trust, maintains reputation, and contributes to a positive work environment. Question 30. Describe a situation where you had to handle confidential information. Answer. In my previous role, I was entrusted with confidential client data. I ensured its security by following strict protocols, limiting access to authorized personnel, and regularly updating encryption measures. Maintaining confidentiality is a core responsibility, and I take it very seriously. Question 31. What's your approach to setting and achieving career goals? Answer. I set SMART, which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound goals to ensure clarity and attainability. I break down larger career goals into smaller, actionable steps and regularly review progress. Additionally, I seek mentorship and professional development opportunities to stay on track and continuously advance. Question 32. Can you provide an example of a time when you had to lead a team through a crisis? Answer. I once led a team that faced a sudden crisis when a key team member had to take a medical leave during a critical project phase. I quickly reassigned tasks, adjusted timelines, and communicated transparently with stakeholders about the situation. By leveraging the team's strengths and maintaining focus, we successfully mitigated the crisis and delivered the project on schedule. Question 33. How do you stay organized and manage your time effectively? Answer. I stay organized by using a combination of digital tools and time management techniques. I maintain a detailed calendar, set priorities, and allocate time for specific tasks. I also practice the Pomodoro technique to maintain focus and productivity throughout the day. Question 34. Can you discuss a time when you had to negotiate a challenging contract or deal? Answer. In my previous role, I negotiated a complex contract with a client who had specific demands and tight budget constraints. To reach an agreement, I conducted thorough research, identified mutually beneficial terms, and engaged in an open and transparent communication. We successfully closed the deal, and both parties were satisfied with the outcome. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in the next one.